Hey everybody, it's me, Kelly. Don't know why I always start out that way. Last time we worked on this, I was showing you how to do the pipe cleaners and the foil. But what I decided to do instead was we're going to take this foil off, which is a way you can still do it. But I found my tape, so that's the way I'm going to prefer to do it right now. And let's see if we stuck in there. And don't, like, leave your foil because you'll need it. Don't. But it's stuck in there good, so that's good. So whatever you stuck in here, whether it was wire or pipe cleaners, regular pipe cleaners, these are loopy pipe cleaners or whatever, that's fine. So what we're going to do is, and at the end, what I decided, and I'll do this at the end, I'm going to add the back of his head. So we're going to add that on. And that's the good thing with polymer clay or any other kind of clay you use, whether it's already air dried or not, you can always add more on. And we're going to do that at the end so it has a full type head since I want it to be a figurine. So what you do, I got this at Walmart for, and it's just the Duck brand masking tape, and it's a thin, I have a lot of the thicker ones, but this is the thin one. And I got this for 89 cents. So you can't go wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here, right where the neck is, put my tape, hold it tight, and I'm going to go around it tight. You want to really pull it tight around the neck. And if you find that your glue did not stick, now what we can do to make it a little bit easier to handle is just cut it to get the neck. We're just going to go around real tight. But you can use hot glue and glue your neck in for whatever you're using. But you want it tight because now we're building our body. And again, if you're doing this and this falls out, just hot glue it in. You could do that in the beginning. I just used regular tacky glue, clear gel tacky glue from Aleene's, but you can use whatever. So that's going to be our neck. The next are going to be our arms. So I'm going to give it a twist just so it's a little tighter. And you can see. And I don't know how long I want my arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and start taping. And start right where you have your pipe cleaners or your wire or whatever. And just start taping around. Because we can cut once we figure out how long we want it. Right now we're just giving a good base. And you can see it's starting to twist, so I'm just going to cut it. And just keep wrapping it. And wrapping it. And press it, when you're going. And you can see here it's stuck a little bit, so I'm going to unstick it. And if it doesn't, you pull it off. And just wrap it until you get to the end. And since I know the arms are probably going to not be that long, I'm just going to leave that like that. I'll cut off that piece where it ends the stickiness. There we go. And I can always take more tape and put it on there. Then we're going to go to the other side. And right now we're just building the body. And just keep wrapping. And you can wrap over the last piece that you did. Just gives it more stability. And you can push it This one will take all the way to the end. Pulling it tight. Take it around, and then what I'll do is I'll cut this. Make sure that ends right there, and then I'll go back to the other side and start it again so I can do finish wear. And get the rest of that done. So nothing is wasted. And there you go. So far we have, and just give it a little push so it's sticking. Now our next piece is going to be the body. And what we're going to do is we're going to take another pipe cleaner or wire, and I take it over. So you're going to take it like a horseshoe and take it over the arms and behind them. See how we did? And we're going to twist it a couple times. And you want to kind of twist it tight and bunch it up each time because you want it full. And we'll definitely make it, you'll see. So this is going to be our main part. And you can tighten it a little bit more. Now this is where I'm going to put the foil that I took off. I am going to put it around this area because I want this area to be a little thicker. So I'm just going to kind of wrap this around. And then I'll rip it off. And we're going to tape that too. And then just give it a little flattening. Make sure his legs are out. Then take your tape. Because the bulk and the shape is going to come from the clay. Now it's just a matter of me finding the end of the tape, which is always so fun. Oh, I hate this part. Okay. Here we go. And you can start off with a small piece of tape and cut it like I am here, just to get it started. And we'll start up here. And we're just going to place it over like where the neck was, do it tight, take it around. And when you go, since our arms are up there, we'll go a crisscross. Okay, so you'll bring it down and just push it in. We'll take it up this way and crisscross it down this way. It's a lot easier than to do it in person than for me to show you on here. But you want to make sure that you got the arms on there good and you got the chest. And it's sticky, which is always fun. And look at that. See, everybody makes mistakes. My little arm got caught on there and it ripped the tape off. So you just wrap it back on. That's why it's great to buy, you know, like I said, the inexpensive tape when you can get it at the hardware store, because I use it for so many different dolls. But anyway, you wrap it again, crossing, make it tight, and then we're going to start wrapping it around here. And this foil is going to go up here, so when we start our taping again, when I rip another piece, it'll be up here high. Now, I look at this and I say, you know what? I think I want this up here a little bit thicker. So I'm going to start here. It's going to go right under the arms and just wrap the rest of that foil. So nothing goes to waste. This here I'm not worried about. Like I said, we can go back and we just want to get the shape of him right now. Flatten that out. Take more tape. push the foil up as high as you can get it and start taping. And you're going to go down, you know, around quite a few times. Cut it. And you can just start very quickly just to wrap around so you get the base, you know, of your foil kind of in place, and then go back and tape more. Because this is where it's going to, you know, we're given the first base of this as far as the sturdiness goes. The clay is really going to give the sturdiness, but this is our base of the doll. And I haven't quite decided. I was going to do one of two things, and once I get this neck and body done, I'm going to make a decision on what I'm going to do with him, because I quite haven't decided. Haven't quite decided whatever English, proper English that should be. Emily, what kind of English should that be?
The second one.
The second one, what was that? I don't remember.
I haven't quite decided.
I haven't quite decided. I have my beautiful daughter in here with me today. She's doing art for her room. She's such a good artist. I wish she would do art with me. I always say, I wish I had a child that would do art with me. But she likes doing her own gig. She's a writer. But she's doing art for her own room. She did beautiful. I put on Instagram. I'm going to put them on Facebook. Redid some frames for her room, and she's doing some art for them. And we've done some art. So we're just both sitting in here today. It's a rainy, icky day out. Now, here's what I'm deciding on doing. And I'm going to put another thing of tape on there. But do you see where we're going? We're kind of putting him in like a straitjacket almost without putting his arms around. I'm deciding, and then my dog out there hears me talking and is saying to himself, why isn't she in here with me? I have this great casket I found for 19 cents at Michael's, which I'm going to try to go out to Michael's again tomorrow to get a bunch more of these. Because my daughter found this really, really cool, her and her dad found this really, really cool coffin in the trash, and it's a big, what is it, Em? Southern Comfort? Mm-hmm. Southern Comfort display, but it's a coffin, and it has 2 shelves, and it's, 3 shelves, and it's awesome, and it's this fantastic wood. It's heavy, it's delicious, and she's using it. We're switching rooms, and she's getting my big bedroom downstairs so she can have a nice sitting area in her bedroom, and also it's going in there. And so I want to get, I only bought 2 of these when I went. And I want to buy a bunch more so she can do creepy things on it and kind of decorate. And she has these lights, these orange lights and all. And she's going to do this really cool thing, which I'll take a picture when the rooms are done. However, before I go on to me talking too much, which I always do, I was deciding on doing my skeleton head and having him sitting on the coffin rather than standing. I can't quite decide. Either that or do another clay piece and having him sit on the coffin. Maybe I will do a different clay piece and have it sitting on the coffin. Make it really cool looking. I can't quite decide. Because I thought that would be cool with him like sitting, hanging out on the coffin and painting it black and putting bats and stuff on it. I don't know. Leave me a comment below of what you think. If I should just make this a doll that stands up, or if I should have him sitting on the coffin, or if I should do something else sitting on the coffin. Because I thought that would be really cool. And I was thinking about doing a giveaway. If I can get more of these, I was going to do a really cool coffin and then do like a cool like piece sitting on top. And like as a little jewelry box or a little trinket box or a little something as a giveaway. So I have a lot of things going on in this wild, crazy head of mine. So here we go. Now we're going to do the legs. Again, I suggest just cutting the piece off. Start small. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry about this waist right this second because I'm going to start with the legs. And again, we're just going to wrap. And again, what the tape does, or if you use foil, it doesn't matter. You could, if you don't have masking tape, use packing tape. I don't think my packing tape's sitting here. It's like the clear tape. Use whatever you have because you're just doing your base. Do paper mache. I mean, if you have a bunch of paper mache at home that you wet and put on, do that. It doesn't, you know, you just want something to have a base. This is just cheap and easy, and you can see it's not taking me as long. Obviously, this is going to be a video in a few different ways, but videos. But if you guys are doing it along with me, does no matter. Just putting that on the leg, going around the leg. And this is like very therapeutic. I know this seems like boring, and it can get boring, but it is kind of very therapeutic. And go down to the leg till you cover the green or whatever you got there. And when you're done there, cut it. If you didn't have enough for the other side, like you can see I didn't have enough right here. And I'm just going to start my tape. Push it on and roll it, roll it, roll it. Roll it good. There we go. And just kind of push it so it sticks to what you do. So now you see we have a body. Look how cool. Now these can still are bendable and all, so we haven't quite decided. Now is when I'm going to do the waist, and I'm going to go over this one more time, the middle. And I'm just going to cut another piece. I know I've shown my clay doll I've done a million times that I love so much. And I did it the same way as this is how I started it out. I don't think I did a video on it though, but it's beautiful and I love it. So I know a lot of people don't like creepy stuff. So the next thing I might do is a doll. So maybe what I'll do, you know, like I said, I want to do something creepy on the coffin, but maybe I'll do like a small doll and do a giveaway. Because I've had quite a few emails of people asking about my clay work. And I don't, you know, I don't show too much clay work on here because it does take a while. But I've had so many requests and people don't care how long the videos are. They just want to see it done and they love seeing it. So then I'm just going to go back up. See, it sticks to my, it's going to stick to your scissors maybe. Who knows? Who cares? And just start wrapping it. It helps if I'm on camera. Back up. And now one of the things is if you want to, you can go over the legs again. You can go over the hands again. Like I said, you can go over the chest again. I'm not too worried. This is what the back looks like. We're going to be covering it with clay. So you just want to make sure those ends are kind of stuck down a little bit. And I'm going to do feet on him. So he will have feet. So we're not so worried about that. The fun part comes when we work with the clay. Now, so now that we have him wrapped, and I think he's going to be good. I might wrap one more. And you'll make that decision when you're doing it. You don't have to do this, but I'm obsessive. Except when I can't find the end of the tape again. Okay. All right. Let me just do this one part on the thing. I'm just going to cut this without cutting my finger. And this part up here, as you can see around his neck, I'm just going to go around again, and I'm going to crisscross over this arm, bring it down, and then come over, push his arm back down. And see, in the meantime, I twisted the tape. God damn it. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring it back down that way. Just gives it a little bit more strength. And then just wrap it around. And like I said, I twisted the tape, but you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm going to put clay over it. And we have our ready spaghetti skeleton body. Woohoo! Look at that bad boy. And that's our first step. Now, I decided, and it's funny because I'd already decided to do this, and then I got, somebody asked to show a 3D skeleton, and I'm thinking what they meant by 3D, and Taylor, you can tell me if I'm wrong, was the head on the outside, which I thought, why didn't I do that when I wanted to show a basic skeleton, because a lot of people do mixed media or make these things and glue them to their, you know, to canvas or do whatever. So I wanted to do a flat thing that you could glue. So obviously I showed that. And I did my skeleton. So then after I decided to put him into a doll, I thought, well, I really want to give him a head. So this is what I do. Now you can do this even if you already did this part and cooked him and baked him. It doesn't matter. We're going to keep adding and baking him. So we're going to add clay to his body and his feet and, you know, his legs and everything. And that'll be another video. But once we do this, then we can bake him. And then, you know, or we could, I'm going to show you how to do this now. And then I'll probably take it off. And then the next video will be putting clay on its body. And then I'll do the head part last. So then we can bake it all together rather than me going and baking it and then coming back and doing. Does that make sense? But what you do is just take, this is just a pink pearl clay. It doesn't matter because we're going to batik it anyway. We're going to make it old and black and cracky and all that kind of stuff. So you want to get a piece and roll it big enough that's going to go over this head, the back of the head, for his little bump. Bump, da-da-dump. Okay. So you have your ball. And you're going to just kind of push it. Now, this might be a little bit too big. Might not be. I don't know. But what we're going to do is you're going to push it. And we want to get down here, too, like down on this area. We know that's, you know, we want that to be sticking out more, too. So we're just going to push that clay down so it matches that. And, you know, if you overlap, you just push around. And you can push a little bit more clay. I'm a skull freak. Love them. Love creepy things. My daughter and I are going to go to the other Michael's and see if we can find some more creepy things. And once her room's done downstairs, she's got a creepy room, a lot of creepy things. I'm going to take some pictures. It's one of the things my daughter and I have in common is creepiness. We both are creepy and we like creepy things. She says, I threatened that I would kill her if she made a noise while I was on the camera, so. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so you see how we're doing? You just want it formed around what we already have. And you just push. That's what's so wonderful about clay. And this is just extra clay I have left over in my little baggie where I show little things to do. You know, our little, how to make molds and all that kind of thing. So you can see from the side, it's thicker in the back. Now, yeah, does it look ridiculous? Yeah, because this is black and all scarred up, but we're getting there. Then what you'll do is, and then we'll hold this up, you're going to take your finger and you're going to just smear it on. We're going to smear it so it looks like one piece. All down the side. If you have a tool that you want to use rather than your finger, go for it. And smear it. And if you're doing this with this is the raw clay, just start out before you do any of this facial stuff. Just start out with this form of the head and then make your face. So you're not, you know what I mean? You're doing it all at once. Now here's the back of the head. So we know there's like a bend right here. And then you're going to just kind of give it more of, kind of push it towards the middle and kind of smooth it with your finger or your tool. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to put cracks and crevices and all the things, it's old and icky looking. And we're going to antique it. And if you say, you want more of the head to stick out, see how it's going to look? So now he has even a bigger head. You could take a little bit more of your clay, and I would roll it into like a piece like this and lay it up here. You can see some of my clay is coming up. And just do the same thing and build it on until you get the thickness that you want. Always smooth with your finger so you can't tell that you added a new piece. And it takes a second. It's not, you can use a little water. I didn't like really massage my clay in my hands or anything to warm it up before I did this, but you know, it would be a little bit easier. And then you just bring it down here. Okay. And you just keep playing until you're happy with the way it looks. Now, let's say we're thrilled with that. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with that, so I might even keep it on and see if I can work with the doll with that on there, and then I'll go through at the end and really smooth it out. But here we have the back of the head. Now's when you go in with your tools, your pen, whatever you have, and make your cracks. And you just kind of, just like we did on the front of the face, where we did all these cracks and all, because we're going to do the same thing once it's cooked. We want it to be really cracked and gross. And so you just go in and put those cracks in. Once you're happy with, you know, how, whatever shape you want it. And remember, perfection is not wanted nor needed. Especially in this thing, because it's just, you know, he might have been dropped on his head and he's just cracked up. But there you go. Then we got some, I don't know how well you can see, you know, so you just kind of push down the little fuzzies, or you can, the little like edges from where the clay was lifted up, and then you can sand it once it comes out, or bake it, or leave them on there. It doesn't matter. And then we would bake it. And then we will go over the back just like we did the front and make it all the head. And then we have this great head. So that is this video for this. And when we come back with our next video, it will be us putting on the clay and getting it ready to bake. So I hope you guys are doing this along with me. And if you have any questions, leave them down at the bottom. I love questions, love to answer them. And like I said, adding on to the head to make it more 3D, or, you know, to give it more of a head, you know, the head look, instead of flat. I was deciding on whether to put gray hair and make this a woman, like an old, like, skeleton woman, or a skeleton. So I think this one I'm going to do just a regular skeleton, and then I might make an old skeleton woman, because I got like this crazy gray hair, and I thought, wow, that'd be really cool. And then to do things like put like a little red bow in her hair that's kind of tattered and like burnt and torn, and I have like these ideas in my head. So this is our project now. Very cool, very excited. I hope you guys are doing this along with me. Taylor, I hope this answered your question. Any more questions, just ask. And next video, we're going to put on the skin. So hope you guys have a great day. Remember, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. It's so, so important. And I know we're concentrating on this, but I do have an amazing cast and resin video coming up, which I'll probably do next, because I know people are waiting to see that one. So I'll probably do that one next, and then the next after that will probably be another, you know, we'll do this one. However, also I must say I'm very upset, because on my website I have Tuesday tips and techniques, and I had it set up for the next month, and when I went onto my website yesterday, I realized that for whatever reason WordPress decided not to post my Tuesday tips. So that'll be up today, a few days late, but nevertheless, WordPress, yay. And I'll see you guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.